Good evening, friends. My name is Abhay Kumar, and I am the National President of Indian Pharmaceutical Association (IPA) New Delhi. IPA is one of the largest association of pharmacists in India, with more than 3.5 lakhs members across India. I am going to speak about one of the upcoming medical emergency, which is going to what this world, maybe after COVID, one of the largest problems being faced by the humankind. The issue on which I would like to speak today is about AMR, that is antimicrobial resistance. You must be knowing, if you are from the medical field, that what this AMR designates and how important it is. Across the world, ever since the discovery and the development of the antibiotics, this resistant cases has developed consequently. We living in a world where we need medications of higher potency, basically the antibiotics, which requires to be treated for the treatment of the major diseases. So for taking an antibiotics or antifungal or antiviral, we need a prescription from a medical practitioner. What we gradually it's been practiced is that without the prescription or without the knowledge of the doctor, we are taking antibiotics and we take it for not that much of required duration, which makes it a resistance case in the later stages. So we should stick to the prescription, we should stick to the regime of the antibiotics, antifungal or the antiviral drugs, which has been prescribed by a physician to avoid antimicrobial resistance in the future. What the pharmacist's role play in this regard? After the doctor, you have got very good a pool of medical knowledgeable person and the professional, that is pharmacist. You can ask your pharmacist about the regime of the prescriptions or the regime of the antibiotics being prescribed to you by the physician, and according to that, you should continue and you should complete the entire. When we speak about antimicrobial drugs, it includes antibiotics, antifungal, and antiviral drugs. In all these drugs, the cases of resistance develops gradually. So, collaterally, when we say it's antimicrobial resistance, that is AMR, this all includes and this all comes under this antimicrobial resistance. And the classic example you would have seen of this resistance was during this COVID. There was a phase where the virus started mutation, and while mutating, it got development against the resistance. It got the resistance against the vaccines which has been developed. So and antiviral drugs, which initially it was acting on it, but the antimicrobial drugs contains the antibiotics, the antiviral, and antifungal. These all drugs which have been used as against the microorganisms, to kill the microorganisms. So gradually what has happened that after the development of this antibiotics or antivirals and antifungals, in a gradual phase manner, gradually they have got developed resistance against the particular organism for which it has been used. Why it has happened, how it has happened, that is a big issue. There are so many factors involving it. So what we have to say is that whenever we approach to the medications, we should not go for medications where we take the medicines without the prescription of the doctor or without the knowledge of the pharmacist or the medical fraternity. The patient or what a person who is taken under medication, what he should do while he is taking the antimicrobial drugs. They should consult his physician, take the complete regime of the antimicrobial drugs which has been prescribed to him, and if he has not been approachable, like a physician who is not approachable, he can contact the best person after a physician is a pharmacist. He has a complete knowledge of medicines, and he will prescribe you, he will in detail, he will tell you in a comprehensive manner that what medications you have to take basically the antimicrobials complete regime he will let you know, and the course you have to complete. You should avoid antimicrobial resistance in a better way. In this way you can do it, like how this antimicrobial resistance develops in your body. There could be one or two different ways. One is the direct way and one is indirect way. In the direct way, you will be taking the medications, that is antimicrobial drugs, on the prescriptions of the doctor, but that if you decide that the regime being prescribed by the physician or it's being as advised by the pharmacist, if you are taking an incomplete regime, that is going to form a resistance phase in the near future. And in indirect way, like from the environment, you get exposure from the poultry feeds, from the fishes, and from the vegetables also, where the antibiotics, antiviral or antifungals have been used. And indirectly, while consuming it, you can have the exposure of the incomplete exposure of all these antimicrobial drugs as well. So what I say is government of the different countries along with the United Nations, they are trying very hard to stop this ignorance among the people for incomplete regimen of the antimicrobials. You have to complete the regimen. First thumb rule is that you should complete the regimen of whatever the antimicrobial drugs been prescribed to you. And the second is that while taking account of all these circumstances, you should be very strict and you should avoid taking unless and until it's been prescribed by the physician. You should not go to the chemist shop and ask for the antibiotics for the shorter durations for the common ailments which doesn't require any antibiotics or antimicrobial drugs. Thank you. Good evening.